Two races ruled over the earth, humans and monsters. One day, war broke between the two races. After a long battle, the humans were victorious. Sealed the monsters underground with a magic spell. Many years later. Now, Ebot 201X. Legend says that those who climb the mountain never return. Hey everybody, it's that random person, and welcome to Undertale. Third time's the charm, hopefully. And if you don't know what that means, well, I tried to do this game 3 different times before this. And, as you can see, it hasn't worked out very well, obviously, since I had to do it 3 times. But Undertale is a story-driven game. Basically, you're a human that fell down into the underground and now you have to escape. Whether by killing everyone or making everyone your friend. And, well, he's not here. Hello, are you alright? You must be so lost and confused. Don't be afraid, my child. Actual character that you meet, besides your character, which my character is named Elbury because that's why I name everything if I can. The shadow of the ruin looms above, it fills you with determination. HP fully restored. How do you take damage coming into here? That's my question. Switches. Do not worry, ad-libbed the ones that you need to flip. Press Z to read the signs. Stay on the path. But I use enter because it's closer to what I use, or what the game makes you use for moving, which is the arrow keys. I normally use WASD, but you know, I can't do that. Excuse me. Let's move to the next room. And the reason I have, by the way, the reason I had to do this 3 times is because my mic wasn't working the first 2 times. So that's why. As human living in the underground, monsters may attack you. You need to be prepared for this situation. However, worry not. The process is simple. When you encounter a monster, you will enter a fight. While you are in a fight, strike up a friendly conversation. Stall for time, and will come to resolve the conflict. Practice talking to the dummy. And yeah, there's 3 different endings to the game, which I will be doing all 3. 2 of them in this run. There's the pacifist, the neutral ending, and the genocide ending. Pacifist is when you don't kill anyone. I will show you what that means right after I explain these. The neutral ending is when you kill at least one thing, but the neutral ending has a bunch of different endings. And the genocide ending, where you kill everything, and I'll get to that whenever I get to the genocide one. You encountered the dummy. Now, here's the fighting system. You can either fight it, act, and by acting you can check or talk to it. You can use an item, which I don't have any at this point. Or you can mercy it, which is sparing it, or fleeing. Obviously, sparing it means you don't actually fight it, and you don't actually kill it. I'm doing the pacifist run as of right now, but I just want to do this. It's a little thing that comes in. It's just something interesting. I thought if you miss like 10 times against this dummy, something will happen. And let's see if I can actually do it this time and not accidentally hit the space bar twice. Not space, enter. Yep, dummy tires of your aimless shenanigans. Yeah, I always liked that. Mainly because of Toriel's face. He can actually fight the dummy again. Get that. There's another puzzle. Remember how the path is laid out in here? Because, oh god, Frogget. I'll check you. 4 attack, 5 defense. Life is difficult for this enemy. And then Toriel comes in and scares it away. That's if Toriel is with you. The western room is the eastern room blueprints. What it means by that is there's a hallway of spikes, I guess you could call it. This is the puzzle, but here, take my hand for a moment. The western side room is laid out exactly like the path where this is. That's what it means by the western room is the eastern room blueprint. Puzzles seem a little too confusing. The puzzles aren't really hard in here. You've done excellently thus far, my child. However, I have a difficult request to ask of you. I would like for you to walk to the end of the room by yourself. Forgive me for this. And most of the songs in this game are really amazing, but I just don't really care for this song. Mainly because it's the same thing going over and over and over and over again. That gets repetitive after a while. But still, Kobe Fox did an amazing job on this game. Totally isn't inconspicuous. I like how her mouth moves when while she's doing this. Excuse me. Test your independence. You must attend this in business. You must stay at home for a while. Please remain here. It's dangerous to explore by yourself. I have an idea. I'll give you a cell phone. If you have any need, if you have a need for anything, just call. Is it good? Alright. And now, if you stay in here for like 10 minutes, I think it is, after that, she will call you and say stuff, but I don't feel like spoiling that, so if you want to see that, either look it up or do it yourself. But I'm going to do all of these from the cell, because I feel like it. Too late for that. There are a few puzzles ahead I have yet to explain. It would be dangerous to try to solve them yourself. Be good, alright? Ribbit. Excuse me, human. I have some advice for you about battling monsters. If you act a certain way, or fight until you almost defeat them, you might not want to battle you again. The monster does not want to fight you. There's some enemies that will talk to you out of battle, and because they somewhat trust you, but there's as far as enemies that will still try to kill you during battle. That is, unless you kill them. And here's our first actual battle. Kind of rugged. Now, there's 3 things that you can do. You can check it, compliment it, or threaten it. Or you could, of course, fight. But as you can see, its name is white right now. But I'm going to compliment it. Target didn't understand what you said, so let's fight it anyway. And then hit attack, which is a very good attack. And then as you can see, its name is yellow. So now I will be able to spare it. When enemies' names are yellow, you can spare them. Actually, I keep forgetting about this, but there's some enemies right here, obviously. And I'll check you because I feel like it. 5 attack, 0 defense. This monster is too sensitive to fight. And what it says by that, it means that I literally will not try to attack you. Well then. Anyways, that was interesting. Sign says, take 1. Take a piece of candy? Sure. Take a piece of candy. Press C to open your menu. I've already done that. And if you wanted to, you could take more, but I'm not feeling like a greedy person today. Oh, more enemies. Hey, a target. Compliment. Target didn't understand what you said, so let's fly it anyways. Oh god. Ow. No, I don't. Okay. I was just making sure. Now that's not really much of a puzzle, besides you fall down and go right and then back up. But I think some people actually go left and then realize, I don't see how they would do that. I mean, I guess because they might think that doing that would, he would swap the doors to where they would lead to the opposite end, but still. This is Toriyama. No reason in particular. Which do you prefer? Cinnamon or butterscotch? Wait, you're not telling me. Butterscotch? Here is one amazing attention to detail. The game saves what you have done in the past, and some details of that game, it will bring it over to your newer game. And this is one of them, because in my first playthrough, I tore like butterscotch the most, and it followed throughout the game. And voice crack. And she quote unquote remembers it, or she feels like she knows you already. Or she'll say, here, I had a feeling. When humans fall down here, strangely, I often feel like I already know you. Truthfully, when I first saw you, I felt like I was seeing an old friend for the first time. Strange, is it not? Thank you for your selection. Yeah. Basically what she just said is that they kind of remember, like they remember details of your previous games, but they don't remember everything from the previous game. Excuse me. Now this puzzle I pretty much memorized, because this is again actually my fourth time doing it, because the first one was my actual run by myself, second one was me trying to do a long run, and then third one was me trying to do a shorter run. And those two, obviously, I had deleted because my mic wasn't working, like I said before. But if you fall down, you will land in a pile of leaves, and then get attacked by a mob. Now this one, if you do that, and then spare it, it will give you money. Normally not. See? But basically what the sign says is please do not step on the leaves, and that's an indication saying, hey, this is the pathway you're supposed to take, and that's the exact pathway that I took. But if you fail like, I don't know, 10 times, I think, with that, it'll reset, it'll make it to where you can walk on any part of that pathway. Yeah, it's a little interesting thing, but again, I'm not going to do it because that would take too long. Alright, now, you remember that one rock in that other room? Well, there's 3 more. And it says 1 out of 4 rocks, recommend you push them. Normally what you would do is you would push these 2 first, and then come to this one. gonna fix that one first. After I do this. Oh god, explosion. No more explosions. Oh god. I'm not gonna get this to that. Oh well. More money. Whoa there, partner. Who said you could push me in that? You're asking me to move over? Okay, just for you, pumpkin. You want me to move some more? Alrighty, how's this? That's not the right way. Excuse me. That was the wrong direction. Okay, think I got it. Thank you. And that's really the only one that you have to make move. Really? You wanted me to stay there? You're giving me a real workout. But yeah, that's the only one that you have to move to make the trap go down. Knowing the mouse might one day leave its hole and get the cheese, it fills you with determination. There we go. If I could only speak properly. The cheese is going to sit here for quite a long time. Step to the table. And here's the mouse. And here we're meeting one of my favorite characters in the game. This ghost keeps saying Z out loud repeatedly, pretending to sleep. Move it with force, you have to. There's no other way around it. And its music is amazing. Gonna attack in the front. This monster doesn't seem to have a sense of humor. Oh, I'm really funny. Hey, it seems like me. Oh god. Wants to show you something. Let me try. I call it Dapper Look. It's amazing. I love it. Oh gee. I usually come to the ruins because there's nobody around. Today I must somebody nice. Oh, I'm rambling again. I'll get out of your way. That was Nestablick. We will see him later in the game, but right here is something I would like to see. All photos go to real spiders. That's 9 gold. 7 golden sparks, sure. I only gave you a donut. And that donut, I about did that again. Spider donut, he'll totally cheat. Donut made with spider cider batter. Did you miss it? Spider bacon bell down to the right. Come and eat food made by spiders or spiders of spiders. That sounds good. Rivet. you too. It says, oh no, not you too. Ribbit. I heard using F4 can make you have a full screen. But what does F4 stand for? 4 frogs? I've only seen a maximum of 3 frogs in this room. This is troubling, to say the least. Ribbit. I have heard you are quite versatile. Surely you know by now. Monsters where you know by now a monster wearing a yellow name. The monster wears the yellow name when you can spare it. What do you think of that? I think it's very helpful. It's rather helpful. Remember, sparing isn't just saying you won't find. Maybe one day you'll have to believe even if the name is yellow. Now, if you talk to him and you say that it wasn't helpful, then he'll tell his friends to throw away all the yellow names, and you can go talk to them. And after that, if you encounter an enemy, you're basically going to have to guess whether you can spare them or not. But if you talk to him again after that, he'll tell his friends to put pink names on or something like that. And it's better than white, but it's still not as good as yellow. Hello? I just realized that it's been a while since I've cleaned up. I was not expecting to have company so soon. There are probably a lot of things lying about here and there. You can pick them up and more than you need. Someday, you might see something you really like. You want to leave room in your pockets for that. Yeah, that's basically just saying that you can pick stuff up off the ground that looks like you can pick it up. There's just one switch. And I'm back. Sorry about that. This was actually delayed from the original video to right now in about 3 days. So that's why audio's different, and that's why it's going to take so long for me to upload just this first video. But we can still continue. I don't even know what I was talking about before. Alright. I always love the battle music, no matter which battle music it is. And also, sorry, I don't have as much gold, I think, because it went from the last saved time, and that was before Book. So, yeah. Anyways, that said, just one switch. So I know it's in that one, but I'm going to go through 3 of these because they have things. Ow. Ah well, I get 4 gold from it, so I'm not complaining. Oh god, more enemies. I honestly do not remember what I had last as items, but before I started this I bought the spider candy. And I almost forgot that I could spare them right afterwards, so yay. I'm going to go with this one. Yeah, I was correct. Okay, good. And sorry if my audio still sounds weird. I just made it to where you can hear it better, since I noticed in my recording that audio kind of sucked. By kind of, I mean really sucked, because you could barely hear me over the music. So I turned up my mic's volume, so hopefully you'll be able to hear me now. So yeah. Hey, Book. Go down a hole. No, I can't get up. Go on without me. Wait. Ghosts can fly, can't they? Oh well. Goodbye. Okay. Yeah, Book's funny, I think. Oh god, did not mean to run into enemies. Hello enemies. Nothing like being alone. Da, 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 da. And now time to flip the switch and get out of here. Alright. The far door is not an exit. It simply marks the rotation in perspective. And that is true. Once you look at this, I didn't mean to do that. Don't pick on. No, don't hit me. I didn't pick on you. You shouldn't pick on me. Thank you. Goodbye. Alright, now what this is, or what that says is, pick one of the colors and I already know which one. It's going to be blue, which is over here. And what that sign said in the beginning room is correct. It's just a change of perspective. So yeah, it's interesting. It's an interesting mechanic. I've never seen that. Well, can't really say I've never seen that in a game. I just never seen it put out like that in a game. And that was wrong. God dang it. Now I have to walk through this again. I think I love this game, but for puzzles like this, I think it should just put you in the last room that you were in, because it gets annoying when you don't know what you're doing, and yeah, you accidentally click the wrong one and you have to go all the way back. Oh god. And sorry if I'm not as agile. Sorry if I'm not as hyper as I was the last one, although I wasn't really hyper that one either. But I'm recording this right now at 10:55 p.m. So I'm kind of tired, but not really. Ribbit, just between you and me, I saw Toriel come here a little while ago. She was carrying some groceries. I didn't ask what they were for. We're all too intimidated to talk to her. Ribbit. Yeah, that's the reason that Froggets won't really try to attack you when you're with Toriel, is that they're too intimidated by her to actually come and talk to her. I found the toy knife, and this would be good if I was actually killing stuff, but I'm not, so I'll throw it away. I don't need it. Oh dear. Sorry. Oh dear. That took longer than I thought it would. Oh look, you're right there. How'd you get here, my child? Are you hurt? There. I will heal you. I should have not left you alone for so long. It was irresponsible to try and surprise you like this. Well, I suppose I cannot hide it any longer. Come, small one. Why? I know Toriel has her own theme, but I don't understand why they had to add an in for that little part right there. I completely forgot to read that. Seeing such a cute, tiny house in the ruins fills you with determination. I'm always going to say fills you with determination because most of them say that. Do you smell that? Surprise! It's a butterscotch cinnamon pie. Thought we might celebrate your arrival. I want you to have a nice time living here. So I will hold off on snail pie for tonight. Here, I have another surprise for you. And I'll be exploring everything around this after this. This is it. Oh, that's cute. A room of your own. I hope you like it. Aww. So yeah, Toriel's basically mom for your character. Is something burning? Make yourself at home. So yeah, she made a, well, she didn't really make a room, but she has a room set up for us. I'm talking about everyone who's played the game. They know about this. Look at all these cool toys. They don't interest you at all. I still like that sign, even though I've seen this game a lot. An empty photo frame. It's really dusty. And yeah, that's still the same thing. A box of kid shoes in just various sizes. And then you can turn the light on and off. You've seen this type of plant before, but you do not know its name. Keep that in your mind. It's another attention to detail. Because in here, there's something about it. Just a regular old bucket of snails. It's Toriel's diary. Read the circled passage. You read the passage. Why did the skeleton want a friend? Because she was feeling lonely. The rest of the pages is filled with jokes of a similar caliber. Yeah, Toriel's kind of like making jokes, if you couldn't tell by that book. Ah, the cactus. A truly most tsundery, whatever that word is, of plants. You peek inside. Scandalous. It's Toriel's sock drawer. You cannot stop looking at the socks. Okay, I was making sure that didn't say anything after that. It's an encyclopedia of the subterranean plants. You open to the middle. Typha, a group of wetland flowering plants with brown oblong seed pods, known more commonly as water sausages. Not where I'm from. I'll tell you in a second. Definitely bigger than a twin-sized bed. Really. But, yeah, if you come back out here and look at it again, oh, it's a water sausage. Yeah, that's, your character, like, remembers that it's a water sausage because of that book. And the reason I stopped is because I'm doing hand gestures. And then there's another one over here. It's you. But, what else was I going to say? I completely lost my train of thought. But, anyways, over here, these books are worn. They must have been read many times. Ooh, this is ominous. What's down here? I think you should play upstairs instead. Yeah, no matter how many times you try to go down there, for right now, Toriel will pull you back upstairs. Aw, Toriel looks nice. It's a history book. Here's a random page. Trapped behind the barrier and fearful of future. Yeah. Trapped behind the barrier and fearful of future human attacks, we retreated. Far, far into the earth we walked, till we reached the cavern's end. This was our new home, which we named Home. As great as our king is, he's pretty lousy at making names. Yeah, I would guess so. The ends of the tools have been filed down to make them safer. The fire isn't burning hot, just pleasantly warm. You can put your hand inside. I would not recommend that because of something that happened to me when I was about 2 years old, I think. Hello there, little one. The pie is not cooled down yet. Perhaps you should take a nap. Yeah, that's a good idea. Sweet dreams. And then, oh, okay, I didn't know. You'd rather stay and chat with me then? I want to know how glad I am to have someone here. There are so many old books I want to share. I want to show you my favorite bug hunting spot. I've also prepared a curriculum for your education. This may come as a surprise to you. but I've always wanted to be a teacher. Actually, perhaps that isn't very surprising. Still, I'm glad to have you living here. Oh, did you want something? What is it? Nothing for now. Well, talk to me again if you need anything. There's some white fur stuck in the drain. Ew. For some reason, there's a brand name chocolate bar in the fridge. Okay. Inside the cupboard are cookie cutters for gingerbread monsters. What a nice smell. Too hot to eat though. The stove is very clean. Toriel must use fire magic instead. Yeah, Toriel is basically sorcerer of some sorts, or sorceress, I should say. Since sorcerer is male, sorceress is female. I'm getting way too in-depth in this anyways. What I'm trying to say is she's a wizard. And she left us a pie. Aww, how sweet. Speaking of sweet, butterscotch cinnamon pie. Jeez, I've never actually tried a butterscotch pie before. I like butterscotch itself. It's very sweet though. I like the music in this place. Most of the music I think is really good music. I approve of Toby Fox's pick for the music. Toby Fox, if you watch this, good job with the music. Oh, hello. Did you want to hear about the book I'm reading? It's called 72 Uses for Snails. How about it? How do I exit the ruins? How about an exciting snail fact? Did you know that snails make terrible shoelaces? Well, I could have guessed that. Interesting. How do I exit the ruins? I have to do something. Stay here. And now she gets up and leaves. Can you guess where she went? Obviously she went to her bedroom, but I think I'm going to try to get down here one more time. Ominous music. Oh, hey Toriel. You wish to know how to return home, do you not? Ahead of us lies the end of the ruins. A one-way exit to the rest of the underground. I'm going to destroy it. No one will ever be able to leave here again. Now be a good child and go upstairs. No, I want to leave. Toriel. Every human that falls down here meets the same fate. I've seen it again and again. They come, they leave, they die. You naive child. If you do not leave the ruins, they, Asgore, will kill you. I am only protecting you. Do you understand? Go to your room. No, I still want to leave. Do not try to stop me. This is your final warning. You want to leave so badly? Huh. You're just like the others. There's only one solution to this. Prove yourself. Prove to me you are strong enough to survive. Wait. Why are you looking at me like that? Another attention to detail. Like you have seen a ghost. Do you know something that I do not? Kind of. No. That's impossible. Yeah, that was another attention to detail before I get into the fight with Toriel. Basically, my first playthrough, like I said, I did the genocide run first, and I killed Toriel, obviously, and my person had the expression, I'm guessing, of that, like, you're supposed to be dead, is basically what I think the expression was. But, I'm going to check Toriel, 80 attack, 80 defense. Jeez, he knows what's best for you. I don't think you do, Toriel. Oh god, ow. Alright, one hit's fine. But what you're supposed to do in this fight, normally people would, it's actually kind of funny, normally people would try to get her down to the lowest amount of health possible and try to spare her, but right at the end of that, you get a critical hit basically, and it kills her automatically. So yeah, that's why you don't want to actually do that. Oh god, ow! Ah! Ow. Jeez. No, no, ow. I am not doing very well. Oh god, ow, ow, ow. I am going to die. Ow. Oh yeah, she's only doing 1 damage now, because I am not actually attacking her, therefore she doesn't want to attack me. And her, if you didn't notice, her attacks are getting slower, and they don't have as much time to them now. What are you doing? Oh, this attack, I know how to dodge this attack. Just stay right here. It's quite easy, actually. Oreo looks through you. Attack or run away. Oh god, that was close. What are you proving this way? Yeah, you can see her attacks are getting less and less each time. Fight me or leave. Ow. And now, since I keep sparing her, every time I take damage now, she'll just stop the attack mid-attack. Stop it. And now she won't even try to attack me. As you can see, the bullets are going away from me. Stop looking at me that way. So yeah, there's no way for Toriel to hit you unless you purposely run into one of the bullets. Go away. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, there's really not much to talk about anymore. And I plan on doing the rest of this one full, long playthrough of it, so I've been warned, even though this has already gone on for I don't know how long. Oh yeah, looks sad. I know you want to go home, but please, go upstairs now. No, I want to leave. Promise I'll take good care of you here. Aww. I know we do not have much, but we can have a good life here. Why are you making this so difficult? Aww. This is sad. Please, go upstairs. No, just let me leave. Pathetic, is it not? Cannot even save a single child. No, I understand. You would just be unhappy trapped down here. The ruins is very small once you get used to them. It would not be right for you to go up in a place like this. My expectations, my fear, my loneliness, I messed that up completely. For you, my child, I will put them aside. If you truly wish to leave the ruins, I will not stop you. However, when you leave, please do not come back. I hope you understand. Aww. Goodbye, my child. That little cinematic is always sad, and then it has this really depressing, well, not really depressing, but like sad music. Again, great choice of music. It's good music, and it also fits really well with what's happening. And if you try to go back upstairs and see Toriel again, she's nowhere in the house, which I'm not going to actually do that because it gets rid of the really good music. And already got rid of the really good music. Oh. I like the music, not that music. And now, the floor is changing color. No, that's not it. It changed another color. And then a door. And normally, if you were like the first time of you playing through this, Flowey would be sitting right there. But of course, since I've already played through it, Flowey's gone. But he is following you throughout the game. Just note that, and I will be showing some instances where you can see that. Undertale by Toby Fox. That sounded more like a bass guitar than a bass drum. That bush totally isn't out of place. There's a camera hidden in the bushes. Yeah, there's cameras hidden everywhere. But I'll tell you why later on. But now, we're going to be meeting one of my favorite characters. As the stick breaks. And there was a shadow of him for like a split second. It's bad because I've already played through this, so it's supposed to be ominous, but it isn't to me anymore. Human. The old whoopee cushion and the hand trick. Wait a second. Have you heard it before or something? Turned around before I said to. Weird. Whatever. You're a human, right? I'm Sans. Sans Skeleton. I'm actually supposed to be on watch for humans right now, but, you know. I don't really care for capturing anybody. Now my brother, Papyrus, he's a human hunting fanatic. Hey, actually, I think that's him over there. I have an idea. Go through this gate thingy. Yeah, go right through. Brother made the bars too wide to stop anyone. Quick, find that conveniently shaped lamp. That lamp. What's up, bro? You know what's up, brother? It's been 8 days and you still haven't recalibrated your puzzles. You just hang around your station. What are you even doing? Staring at this lamp. Really cool. Wanna look? No, I don't have time for that. What if a human comes through here? I want to be ready. I will be the one. I must be the one. I will capture a human. Then I, the great Papyrus, will get all the things I utterly deserve. Respect, recognition. I will finally be able to join the Royal Guard. People will ask to be my friend. I will bathe in a shower of kisses every morning. Oh, that would be cool. Maybe this lamp will help you. Sans, you are not helping, you lazy bones. All you do is sit and boondoggle. You get lazier and lazier every day. Hey, take it easy. Done a ton of work today. A skeleton. Sans! Come on, you're smiling. I am and I hate it. Why does someone as great as me have to do so much just to get some recognition? Wow, sounds like you're really working yourself down to the bone. I will attend to my puzzles. As for your work, put a little more backbone into it. I can't do that laugh. Excuse me. Okay, you can come out now. You ought to get going. He might come back. And if he does, you have to sit through more of my hilarious jokes. Just a conveniently shaped lamp. Some sort of checkpoint or security station. There's bottles of ketchup, mustard, and relish sitting inside. Totally not a hot dog station. Actually, hey, hate to bother you, but can you do me a favor? I was thinking, my brother's been kinda down lately. He's never seen a human before. Seeing you might just make his day. Don't worry, he's not dangerous. Even if he tries to be. Thanks a million. I'll be up ahead. As he walks to the other side of the screen. I will mention that later. The convenience of that lamp still fills you with determination. Alright, we are now in Snowden. What does this sign have to say? This is a box. You can put items inside or take items out. The same box will appear later, so don't worry about coming back. Sincerely, a box lover. And inside this box, there's a tough glove, which is a weapon, I believe. I hope I'm right. Didn't mean to equip it, but yep, it's a weapon. I'm gonna keep the... What? Yeah, can I not use it again? Well then, I will be right back, because I did not mean to do that. Okay, I'm back. That box lover really loved hits box. I'm going to take this tough glove, and I am going to drop it. Let's throw it away. Because I do not need any weapons. I don't even remember how much damage it did. It's a fishing rod affixed to the ground. Reel it in? Sure. All that's attached to the end of the All that's attached to the end is a photo of a weird-looking monster. Call me. Here's my number. You decided not to call. I don't blame you. Excuse me. So, as I was saying about undying. Sounds! Oh my god! Is that a human? And it looks so familiar! I think it looks familiar. Because it's a rock. Oh! Hey, right in front of the rock. Oh my god! Is that a human? Yeah. Oh my god! Sans, I finally did it! Undying will, that'll be so popular! Ahem! Human, you shall not pass this area! I, the great papyrus, will stop you! I will then capture you! You will be delivered to the capital! Then, I'm not sure what happens next. In any case, continue, only if you dare. Well, that went well. Don't sweat it, kid. I'll keep an eye socket out for you. Yeah. And if you didn't notice, Sans went the way to the ruins, and he ended up here. Again, I will be going over that later, probably very later, but still later. Snowdrake flutters forth. Check him. He has 6 attack, 2 defense. This teen comedian fights to keep a captive audience. Macaroni and freeze. Ha ha ha. Yeah, Snowdrake's puns aren't really even good puns. See? Laughs. Dad was wrong. Ow. I didn't even notice that was going to be Snowdrake is pleased with his cool joke. Even the subtitles are getting into it. There's some narration on this cardboard box. You observe the well-crafted sentry station. Who could have built this, you wonder? I bet it was the very famous royal guardsman. No, not yet the very famous royal guardsman. Poor Papyrus. Absolutely no moving. Did something move? Was it my imagination? I can only see moving things. Something was moving, for example, a human. I'll make sure it never moves again. And basically what Doggo was saying is that, well, he has 6 attack, 1 defense, but that's not what he was saying. Easily decided by movement. Therefore, his attacks, if you don't move, you will be good. Hobbies include squirrels. Yes. Don't move an inch. Yeah, as he says, you don't move whatsoever during those fights, or during those attacks. You pet Doggo. What? I've been pet. Pet. Doggo has been pet. I'm going to spare him after petting him. Something pet me. Something that isn't moving. I'm going to need some dog treats for this. And basically what he means is that he's going to smoke some dog treats. Because he's already been doing it. Hey, something important to remember. Brother has a very special attack. See a blue attack? Don't move and he won't hurt you. Here's a neat way to keep it in mind. Imagine a stop sign. When you see a stop sign, you stop, right? Stop signs are red, so imagine a blue stop sign instead. Simple, right? When fighting, think about blue stop signs. Yeah, that's basically what just happened with Doggo. North, ice. South, ice. West, ice. East, snowed in town. And ice. Because there's always going to be ice. Hello, I am a snowman. I want to see this world, but I cannot move. So if you be so kind, traveler, please, take a piece of me and bring it very far away. Thank you. Good luck. You got a snowman piece. Yeah, there's something different that happens if you're playing Genocide, but I'm not doing that right now. So, excuse me. Really though, that human, do I know that person? Do you not know? Do you know? Of course I know who I know. I wanted to know if you know. I know who I know as much as I know who I know. You know? That's a mouthful and a half. Oh, speak of the devil. In order to stop you, my brother and I have created some puzzles. I think you will find this one quite shocking. Oh, you'll see, this is the invisible electricity maze. When you touch the walls of this maze, this orb will emit a hearty sap. Sound like fun? Because the amount of fun you will probably have, yes, you will probably have, is actually rather small, I think. Okay, you can go ahead now. Sans, what did you do? I think the human has to be holding the orb. Oh, okay. And he leaves the path for you to find your way. Hold this, please. He just sets it on top of your head. Okay, try it now. Incredible! You slippery snail! You solved it so easily. Too easily. However, the next puzzle will not be easy. It is designed by my brother's sons. You will surely be confounded. I know I am. Hey, thanks. Well, it seems like he's having fun. By the way, you see that weird outfit he's wearing? I made that a few weeks ago for a costume party. He hasn't worn anything else since. He's calling it his battle body. Man, isn't my brother cool? Yeah, Paris is cool. Don't understand why these aren't selling. It's perfect weather for something cold. Oh, a customer. Hey, would you like some ice cream? It's a frozen treat that warms your heart. Now just 15 gold. Sure, I'll take one. Have a super duper day. You got an ice cream. I've been thinking about selling some treats too. Want some fried snow? Just 5 gold. Did I say 5 gold? I meant 50 gold. Really? How about 5,000 gold? 50,000. That's my final offer. What? You don't have the money? Hey, that's okay. I don't have any snow. I didn't actually know that happened until earlier before this. Like on my first attempt at actually trying to record this. When audio wasn't correct. Smell danger rating. Snow smell. Snowman? Right. White. Can become yellow rating. Unsuspicious smell. Puppy blue rating. Smell of rolling around. Weird smell. Humans. Green rating. Destroy at all costs. Now I know you may be wondering, but why is green in red text while everything else was in their own text? Or in their own colored text? Well, the reason for that is dogs have red and green color blindness. Kind of like I do, but mine's only mild. That's why I'm not saying that that's green, because that would be weird. But yeah, dogs have red and green color blindness, so greens they see red and reds they see green. So that's why that's green, or that's red. Ugh. I'm too tired. Anyways, let's keep going. March on through the tiredness. Let's see if I can actually do this for the first time. God dang it. It doesn't want to go the way I want it to. It's going to run out before I even get halfway. That's not the way I pushed you. Yep. God dang it, ice. I'm gonna try this one more time, and if it doesn't work, then I'm just going to leave it alone and let you guys find out what happens. No! No! I'm bringing out my papyrus. Alright, anyways. Where you're supposed to go is down here. It looks like a snowball. Actually, it's a snow decahedron. I don't remember what decahedron stands for. Human, I hope you are ready for... Sans, where's the puzzle? Go away, mouse. It's right there on the ground. Trust me, there's no way they're getting past this one. Kids Research. Okay. That didn't do anything. Oops. Oh. Should have put today's crossword instead. What? Crossword? I can't believe you said that. In my opinion, Junior Jumble is easily the hardest. What? Really? Dude, that easy peasy word scramble? That's for baby bones. Unbelievable. Human, solve this dispute. Which is harder, jumble or crossword? I'm gonna say jumble just for Papyrus' sake. Aha! Yes! Humans must be very intelligent. If they also find Junior Jumble so difficult, and sorry for coughing during that, I don't know why I'm still speaking in Papyrus' voice. Thanks for saying Junior Jumble, just to appease my brother. Yesterday he got stumped trying to solve the horoscope. It's a note from Papyrus. Human, please enjoy this plate of spaghetti. Little do you know the spaghetti is a trap designed to entice you. You'll be so busy eating it that you won't realize you aren't progressing. Slowly jaded again by the great Papyrus. Papyrus. Plate of frozen spaghetti. So cold, stuck to the table. And my voice seemed to go lower as I got, well, I'm going to say sicker, but as I coughed more. And I again forgot to read that, so I'm going to go back into it and read it. Knowing that the mouse might one day find a way to heat the spaghetti fills you with determination. Alright. Let's keep going through the japes and the puzzles, and it's the lesser dog. Basically, there's a little thing that you can do that, if you keep petting it, its neck will keep getting longer and longer, but I'm going to leave that for you guys to look at, because I think it's something you need to see by yourself. There's a switch hidden in the snow. Click. And that's the solution to this puzzle. Warning, dog marriage. Normally what you would want to do is come over here and move all this to find out, hey, over there where those 3 trees are, there is an X, and that X leads to a switch. I'll see if I can uncover all of this. Yeah, sorry. It's not very good to watch. You just go back and forth. Oh, there's Jerry. 0 attack, 20 defense. Everyone knows Jerry makes attacks 2 seconds longer. I can deal with this being 2 seconds longer. Sneezes without covering his nose. This is my first time actually ever seeing Jerry, so not the greatest character, but Ice Cap is also new too. Ice Cap, what you're supposed to do is ignore him twice, but since Jerry's here, you can just ditch Jerry when it looked away. No? No. Oh, well, I guess I will show what you're supposed to do. You managed to tear your eyes away from Icecap's hat. It looks annoyed. What? 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 What are you doing? Oh god, I was about to get hit right there. You continue not looking at Icecap's hat. It seems defeated. What? Okay, I didn't know he could come back, but, you know. Alright, well. And now time to spare, and yeah. That was Jerry, everyone. What's that smell? Where's that smell? If you're a smell, identify your smell. Here's that weird smell. Makes me want to eliminate you. Here is the Dogamy and Dogarissa. You roll around first. You smell like a weird puppy. Oh god. Completely forgot about that. Dogs may want to smell you. Dogs sniff you again. After rolling around in the dirt, you smell alright. Alright, this attack is actually kind of easy to dodge. But you know, people always say that it's hard to dodge. Wow, pet by another dog. Don't leave me out. Oh god. Dogarissa pet. A dog that pets dogs. Amazing. What about me? Ow. I can really help that. The dog's mind has been expanded, and you can now spare both of them. Dogs that can pet other dogs? A new world is open for us. Thanks, weird puppy. And then that's all you had to do for their fight. Sorry I didn't show what they say. Right, Papyrus. What? How did you avoid my trap? And, more importantly, is there any left for me? I left it for you. Really? Wowee! You resisted the flavor of my home-cooked spaghetti so you could stay here with me? Fret not, human. I, Master Chef Papyrus, will make you all the pasta you could ever want. Alright. Yeah, Papyrus is trying to be a cook while also being someone that's a warrior. My brother started a sock collection recently. How saddening. Sometimes I wonder what he would do without such a cool guy taking care of him. Human. How do I say this? You were taking a long time, so I decided to improve the puzzle by arranging the snow to look more like my face. Unfortunately, the snow froze to the ground. Now the solution is different, and as usual, my lazy brother is nowhere around. I suppose what I am saying is, worry not, human. I, the great Papyrus, will solve this conundrum. Then we can both proceed. Meanwhile, feel free to try the puzzle yourself. I'll try not to give away the answer. Alright, so you could either ask him for help. Aw, hey, well, as of right now you can't see what's over there, but that's just a jerkish move, I have to say. But right now... Oh, I messed that up. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to try to get every single one of them as a circle. Yeah, I messed it up again. Nope. There we go. And then do that. Wow! You solved it! And you did it all without my help! Incredible! I'm impressed! You must care about puzzles like I do! Well, I'm sure you'll love this next puzzle then. It might even be too easy for you! Goodbye, Papyrus. Yeah, they made it so you couldn't see Sans because he was one frame out of the view. That's just jerkish. And watch what he says. Good job on solving the puzzle so quickly. Didn't even need my help, which is great because I love doing absolutely nothing. Oh. I'm pretty sure if you take a long time, he says, why didn't you ask for help? I was just standing right here. But, yeah. And, as you can see, Sans was just standing there, and now he's over here. More of what we think is teleportation. You're going to love this puzzle. Sorry, I didn't make the last parts. It was made by the great Dr. Alphys. You see, these tiles, once I throw this switch, they will begin to change color. Each color has different function. Red tiles are impassable. You cannot walk on them. Yellow tiles are electric. They will electrocute you. You cannot walk on them. Green tiles are alarm tiles. If you step on them, you will have to fight a monster. Orange tiles are orange scented. They will make you smell delicious. Blue tiles are water tiles. Swim through if you like, but if you smell like oranges, the piranhas will bite you. Also, if a blue tile is next to a yellow tile, the water will also zap you. Purple tiles are slippery. You will slide to the next tile. However, the slippery soap smells like lemons, which piranhas do not like. Purple and blue are okay. Finally, pink tiles. They don't do anything. Step on them all you like. Ugh. How was that? Understand? Of course. Great. Then there's one last thing. This puzzle is entirely random. When I pull the switch, it will make a puzzle that never has been seen before. Not even I will know the solution. Get ready. Oh my god! Spin off into the sunset, Papyrus. That's what happened. Remember this box, it will be useful later. There's a lot of things you need to remember, I know. Actually, that spaghetti from earlier, Wasn't too bad for my brother. Since he started cooking lessons, he's been improving a lot. But if he keeps this up, next year he'll make something edible. Whoa! Okay, that's cool. This dog is staring blatantly into the snow, waiting for it to turn to art. Okay, normally when you come in here, the lesser dog has already gone through all of this, and he's made a bunch of snow dogs. Oh wait, no, I think that if you just keep petting him over and over and over again, that's what will happen. But since I didn't feel like doing that, he's just sitting here looking at the snow. That's cool. That's another attention to detail. Knowing that the dog will never give up trying to make the perfect snow dog fills you with determination. Poor lesser dog. He'll never be able to do it though. That dog considers itself an artist, doesn't ever know what to create. Probably doesn't help that its brain is the size of a piece of kibble. Yeah, but don't be that harsh on lesser dog. Puzzles! Yay! Japed again by the great papyrus. Actually, most of these puzzles are pretty easy. There was something on my head. What's up? This is a side area. Hey, are you following me? This thing. What you're supposed to do is undecorate it. He has 7 attack, 3 defense. 17's decorated it as a Frank. Get this off of me. So yeah, basically what it just said is you're supposed to undecorate it. Remove a childhood photograph of Snowdrake and his parents. That's a little better. You remove the lenticular bookmark of a smug teen winking. And that's a little better again. That's not really randomized, it looks like. Looks like it always goes to the one that it started at. Excuse me. You remove the striped candy cane that says, I used this tiny candy cane to walk on it. The weight has been lifted, and now he will not attack you anymore. So you can just spare him, and you get 20 gold for doing it, so. Now, this area. This is a little extra area at the door. And about this area, that door is locked. I don't know how to go and get it unlocked. So if you know of any way to get that door unlocked, let me know in the comment section below. And I was planning on doing a really long thing of it, but it's about 12 o'clock at night right now, so I think I'm going to end this in a few minutes once I actually get to a safe point. So, yeah. Greater dog. I just spoiled what it was, but you guys knew, should have known that it was coming by now. The dog song. You beckon it over here. Call the great dog. It bounced towards you, flickering slob into your face. Ow. That moves jerkish. Your dog curls up in your lap as it is pet by you. Gets so comfortable it falls asleep. And it wakes up, so excited. There we go. Bark, bark. Bark, bark. Bark, bark. When you pet the dog, it sinks its entire weight into you. Your movement slowed, but you still haven't fed enough. Bark, bark. Bark, bark. Bark, bark. Ow. You pet decisively. Your pet capacity reaches 100%. Dog flops over with his legs hanging in the air. Bark, bark. Bark, bark. Bark, bark. Yay. That little dog was controlling that gigantic thing of armor, and now he's controlling it backwards. Yay. Human, this is your final and most dangerous challenge. Behold, the gauntlet of deadly terror. Bark, bark. When I say the word, it will fully activate. Cannons will fire, spikes will swing, blades will slice. Each part will move up and down violently. Only the tiniest chance of victory will remain. Are you ready? Because I am about to do it. Well, what's the hold up? Hold up? What hold up? I'm about to activate it now. Don't look very activated. Well, this challenge, it seems maybe too easy to defeat the human with. Yeah, we can't use this one. I'm a skeleton with standards. My puzzles are very fair, and my traps are extremely cooked. But this method is too direct. No class at all. Away it goes. Phew. What are you looking at? This was another decisive victory for Papyrus. Yeah. Alright, so before I go talk to Sans, I'm gonna go back here. And before I actually get all the way back, I'm just gonna say, watch the left end of the screen for a few seconds. Yep, that was one instance of Flowey following you. So just keep that in mind. Here, I'll give you some advice about finding my brother. Don't. Capiche? Yeah, Sans doesn't want you killing his brother. Snowden! And I think at Snowden, I will end this episode here. So next time, we will see what Papyrus wants. See you guys then. Side is such a friendly town, fills you with determination.